All right, cadets, welcome to another episode of General Howitzer's Big Monster Briefing Room. Today we have a very interesting training film to discuss. Here's Major Hazzard. Major Millie Hazzard, how are you, Major?
I'm doing just fine, General. Thank you so much for having me here. But, I don't understand why we got to, consider bunnies, like cute little furry bunnies, like considering them a threat. So I'm just telling you, paints them in a very mean light. They're bunnies.
Yeah, well, again, if you said, you're going to have to tell people how to protect themselves against killer bunnies, yeah, I would probably double take. But yes, this 1972 training film discusses just that problem, and it can happen. And after last week's training film, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, I'm glad we're getting to back to something that's a little more serious.
We've learned that anything can be dangerous. That's what I'm learning, cadets. Yes. And I do want to say we do have
can be dangerous.
A paperclip. We do have one of our star pupils here, our star cadets. MM Farwell is here. She's reporting for training. She was studying the training film directly before this, so she has come totally prepared.
Unfortunately, I couldn't give a safe link to anybody for this training film. You just have to find it on Hulu or whatever. Again, it's not on YouTube. They make you pay for it there. And other sites that had the movie for free were questionable.
You shouldn't have to pay for education. It's just my personal point of view.
And again, this is a serious issue. Giant killer bunnies.
Giant.
So,
giant bunnies. Yes.
They're bigger than wolves.
If they were the tiny bunnies, I feel like it wouldn't be no problem at all. But something that big, foam, getting crazy like that, that's a little traumatizing, to be honest.
Well, and again,
now I understand.
Would think to scoff at this training film, to make fun of it.
I was going to, but I feel like my eyes have been open, and I'm open to learning more from your experience, General. You're such an experienced.
What
patriot.
A cast!
It's an amazing.
Rory Calhoun, the classic cowboy actor. One of your friends in the Cosmos Creative Tardon Media universe. His name is Rory. He was named after that guy.
Rory Penland was named after that guy.
He was named after that guy. His father was a big cowboy film star.
The famous Rory Penland,
was a big cowboy film fan.
The famous Rory Penland, the man of 800 voices.
I think it's 1,000 voices now. But anyway,
it's 1,000 voices. Oh my gosh. He's like so famous. I can't believe he was named after this.
He's in this. Hilarious. Not only that, I mean, before he did Motel Hell, he was in this. Anyway, Stuart Whitman is in this. Jamie Lee Curtis's mom is in this.
Jamie Lee Curtis's mom is in this? Wow, that's amazing.
She survived the shower scene, and now she's, fending off killer bunnies with road flares. You got to love that.
I still feel a little bad for the bunnies, for the rabbits, but I feel like, people are saying that Roy's a cool guy.
For man-eating giant killer bunnies, okay? I understand the little cute, fuzzy, furry bunnies, but don't feel bad for the giant ones.
Well, we'll check
They're
it
nasty.
out.
Now, the reason I had this picture shown is because this is the scariest thing in this movie. This lion is scarier than killer bunnies. I'm sorry.
Don't you ever wonder what happened to that lion? I always wonder what happened to the lion.
I think they've gone through several. Actually, now this guy's hairdo, okay, that's scary.
That is a little scary.
That's scary.
That's the special report. The special report was sent to
I
tell
was
you
enjoying the banter, the shtick, and you rushed me right into the timeline.
I'm so sorry. Okay, we can go back. I could pretend like I'll just
I hadn't gotten through the whole cast list yet.
Like a genie, I'll just pretend it never happened. I'm gonna take it
You can just keep
General.
the special report up here.
No, just keep it. It's okay. It's all right.
So Stuart Whitman's in this. Janet Leigh is in this. DeForest Kelly from Star Trek, Bones McCoy. He's in this.
Why do you keep calling him? He's a president in this.
He's a college president in this, but he's always going to be Bones McCoy to me. So I'm going to call them by their names.
Okay.
Rory Calhoun, Stuart Whitman, Bones McCoy. I'm going to call his name is DeForest Kelly, by the way, but I call him Bones McCoy. I mean, that's who he is to me in my heart.
Well, I wanted to say, if I saw a giant bunny foaming at the mouth, I would be traumatizing. I think that's pretty scary. Me personally.
Well, yeah.
Me personally.
If it was giant, yes, and frothing at the mouth.
The bigger the bunny, the bigger the stew, one of the fans just said. The bigger the bunny, the bigger the stew.
The bigger the stew.
That's a good attitude.
So
that's a good attitude.
Was able to join us. I can't believe that line just came out of nowhere. God just touched me on the shoulder and just said, hey.
Sometimes it happens that
that's
way.
That's a Glenn Close callback.
That's right. There you go.
That's what that is. All right. So the MGM lion is the scariest for me as a general, who's tackled the likes of Godzilla and Mothra. Well, okay, no, not Mothra. That's not a good moth. Come on. How bad can she be?
She's not that bad at all. She's a little powder.
What have you? Giant tomatoes,
Although one time I was standing out, in Athens, Georgia, and I got a moth flew up my nose, and there was a lot of powder. So there is some damage that can be done by a moth. Have you ever had
moths fly up your nose in Athens?
Have you ever had a moth fly into an orifice?
Can't say that I have.
Damn it! I couldn't keep it.
Can't say that I have. Glad to know that you came out okay, though.
An orifice, Rory. Have you ever had a moth?
An orifice. I understand what you meant.
Have you ever had a
Yonkers?
Have you ever had a moth fly into an orifice, Rory?
And it's Lem. You can call me Lem.
I just wanted to know if you ever had a moth fly into an orifice.
I have not. Can't say that I have up till this point.
Now, Cadet Farwell wants to...
people up in North and like New York area probably wouldn't pay extra for that, but hey. Now you see, I put a wall up against my New York audience now. I'm going to be cancel cultured up north.
The New Yorkers don't want to deal with that, General. I'll just be honest with you.
In their orifices.
I have to speak as a New Yorker.
Gerbil.
We don't like gerbils, and we don't like moths and orifices.
We're going down a dangerous path.
We're going down we're going to get a different audience. There's a different audience
for path.
Okay. Cadet Farwell says, how does Major Hazzard, that's moi, feel about the fact that these bunnies were turned by scientists? We're scientists messing with them. I mean, I feel just awful. I know I'm a scientist. I'm a scientist. As evidenced by my lab coat. And I would just say that it's an awful thing. That it's malpractice of the highest degree. And I would never do such a thing to little bunnies. And I would never mess with the public the way that they did.
And you're going to hate these next couple of slides, but anyway. How many orifices have you had moths in? How many
orifices? Let's ask the cadets. How many orifices?
Did you get them in your ear? Because we've had love bugs down here in Florida.
Love bugs?
That's where I retired to.
Love bugs.
They get everywhere, okay? All the orifices. They're everywhere.
We're going to get such fan mail about this one. All I know is, so Julie
What's the last thing that goes through a love bug's mind when he hits a windshield? His anus. Folks.
We need the drummer.
That's an old one.
All right.
I need a little drum riff on that.
My mommy.
I need my Corporal Chaos in his drum kit.
Okay. My mommy taught me a little music thing when I was little.
Corporal Chaos.
It goes little rabbit foo-foo hopping through the forest, scooping up the field mice and bopping it on its head. That's right. Cadet Julie said that, and I know I know that song. Little Bunny Foo-Foo. And I used to sing that song.
Little Bunny Foo-Foo?
Yeah, hopping through the forest, scooping up the field mice and bopping it on his head.
Isn't that Peter Cottontail? Hopping down the bunny trail?
I think this is a variation on it. I can't hear the melody right now, but it's a very dangerous path.
And again, we haven't talked about Brer Rabbit or Bugs Bunny or all the other famous rabbits out there. We just had the Easter Bunny come through. Thank God he wasn't a giant killer rabbit.
Isn't that nice? Okay, all right. Let's get back to business. We're 12 minutes. We're 12 minutes in, General. We've got to run a tight ship.
We haven't even started on the timeline. Yes,
we haven't even started. And we
got whole orifice thing.
Have you ever had a moth fly into an orifice?
Hard to get off of
that. Hard to get orifice of that.
I've had moth residue on my fingers and stuff. Yeah, that's nasty. It's gnarly.
Moth residue. I call it moth powder.
Yeah,
Moth
powder. That's what it is, really. It's kind of like a
Residue
powder.
Residue is very
Again,
funny.
you
though.
swat a moth and you look at your hand, you're like, oh my God. What the
Well,
hell
imagine
did I
if
get all
it-
in my hand?
Imagine if it goes in an office trying to get that powder out of there.
I'm trying to keep that imagination.
I'm
trying to
still-
keep that out of my head. But
I'm
okay.
still picking the powder out of my nose.
Hey, there's a moth in there.
Okay, they're all waiting. We got the cadets are waiting. They're waiting for the killer bunnies.
How do we even get on this subject?
I don't know.
Killer bunnies. Killer bunnies. Have you ever had a killer bunny up your orifice? That makes more sense.
I have never. I'm very proud to say I've never had a bunny in an orifice.
I say Mothra,
General.
you just go wild.
I think Mothra is what got us here. We got to go back to special report and this man with the impeccable hair. His hair is really its own thing. Okay, we'll get moving.
Okay, so look at this guy's hairdo, by the way. And what the hell is that on his desk? It looks like a finely polished, perfectly round turd. And why is that damn phone so far away? That's what I want to know. Are you going to stay up here with me, or are you just going to hide? I promise not.
I'm going to be there. Again. I'm going to be there for the majority, but sometimes I got to go. It's okay. It's okay. I'm doing behind the
like
scenes.
Like Clayton said, sometimes you got to go, right?
Sometimes when you got to go, you got to go. That's what it is. Oh, Troy Moore is in the house. I want to say Cadet Moore. Cadet Moore is here. Cadet O'Leary is here. We want to greet all our cadets.
And you can play that clip and loop it. Troy Moore, one of my favorite people. There you go. You can just clip that little clip and re-loop it. And General Howitzer is just telling you how much he loves you. God bless you, son. Okay, so at 1 minute and 30 seconds, always good to start a film by pointing out bunny killing in Australia. That's the next slide. And wait a minute, we were the ones that gave them the rabbits. Whoopsie. 2:15. So it begins. Night of the Lepus. Are you scared yet? I'm not. 4 minutes and 30 seconds. You know it's serious when cowboy story Rory Calhoun has to shoot his horse. It's getting serious. Damn thing twisted its ankle, stepping into a bunny hole. How ironic is that? Had to shoot his own horse. 5 minutes and 30 seconds. He goes to college president Bones McCoy. I'm calling him Bones McCoy here.
Okay, but he is the president, yes. So he has a very nice
He's the president of Hair Club for Men. And no, he's the president of the college.
His hair is pretty amazing.
Usually when when farmer types have trouble with, like infestations, they'll go to the closest college and ask for help. At least in these movie scripts. In any case, Bones McCoy, he calls Stuart Whitman and Janet Leigh and their little daughter, who doesn't like bunny massacres. She's like you. That little kid is such trouble. I can tell you right now. You see those cages there? You see them?
I see them.
She gets in there. They decided they're going to try hormone treatments, which they begin in their lab. And now the mysterious serum. Ooh. And the little kid, here she is. She makes the fatal mistake. The little brat switches the rabbits in the cage.
She thought she had a good reason, but sometimes it's not a good reason to mess with the science.
A little brat. So anyway, Rory Calhoun's son helps her rabbit to get away. He's mad at her, so he lets her rabbit get away. And of course, that's how this whole thing starts. So
it was a lab experiment gone wrong. In other words,
it's gone awry.
It's gone awry.
That experiment has gone awry. AWRY, right?
Yep, that's correct.
Awry. At 17:20, it's time to smoke these little suckers out. 1930, the young boy takes the young girl to his friend Billy's gold mine. Where's Billy? See, now you're going too fast. Now we're seeing bloody rabbits already.
Sorry.
20 minutes, we finally get our first glimpse at a giant bloody bunny. Poor Amanda is traumatized. That's the girl's name, Amanda.
I would be traumatized too. It's pretty scary to see that thing.
And so is that truck driver. Look at him.
Well, do you think he's the first truck driver to ever be killed by a rabbit?
I'm thinking so.
Well, I don't know, because it's a big world out there, General. Maybe a trucker somewhere else was killed by rabbits. Maybe in Germany or Amsterdam, Pakistan. They all got rabbits, right?
Man, those are good words for a Yonkers person. Amsterdam.
I'm really smart. I'm smart.
Pakistan.
I'm smart. I'm smart.
Well, okay, I'll go along with that. Maybe he's not the first truck driver to be killed by rabbits.
Never, not the first
who am I to say?
one. I think it's pretty common.
It hasn't come across my desk. I can tell you that right now. All right, so they finally get the sheriff called in, and we get our first view of a bloody corpse. I'm not showing it here because it's pretty graphic, and I want this show on YouTube to be relatively family friendly. Of course, we are talking about orifices, but which calls for explanation.
Mm-hmm.
But there it is. I don't want to put the gore, the really graphic gore up there.
You don't want to do that.
25 minutes. The sheriff is in an unmarked car, and he's got a phone in it. I find that amusing. 28 minutes, the professionals gather, and they agree. And then, you got to go back. And there's Bones McCoy again. They agree it's giant killer rabbits. Call Starship Enterprise. Photon torpedoes. At 30:30, we see the ominous mine shaft. Okay, now you can move forward.
Now we're going to do it.
They're going to blow up some bunnies.
Oh, yeah.
Take a good look at that mine shaft, Hazzard. What are your thoughts?
I'll tell you my thoughts in about 10 seconds.
Wow, that's a long time to think.
Are you talking about cameras? Or are you talking about,
I'm talking about that mine shaft. Look at that. It's a very ominous looking mine shaft.
What kind of shaft? What kind of shaft are we talking about, General? I
think
like
I just shafted you, and I didn't mean to.
We gotta move along, I guess.
Okay.
I can't find my thoughts.
Like one of those toy mine shafts from the railroad track. The toy train things.
Oh yeah, okay. Saying. That mine shaft looks like one of them. Okay. It looks like one of them electric train, set mine shafts. You know what I mean? Yeah, I remember, and oh shit. Yeah. Boom.
Okay.
There we go.
Well, even the bats are scared in there. I can tell you that right now.
All right.
They're using dangerous dynamite. Look at the box there. It says dangerous dynamite.
That's the way that you know that it's dangerous, because otherwise you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know.
As opposed to non-dangerous dynamite.
Yeah, there's a safe type probably somewhere in the world. It's a big world. It's a big world.
So, okay, Stuart Whitman and Rory Calhoun go into the cave, and if they can pull a giant, they're trying to see if they can pull a giant bunny out. And there they are. They found the bunnies. Oh my God, there's a whole bunch of them.
Why are they bigger now, General? Why'd the bunnies get bigger? They've been augmented in size.
Right. Well, it's all Stuart Whitman's daughter's fault.
Okay.
He tried some serum on one of them, and then he uses he takes time to use one of those cranky old Instamatic cameras.
I remember those.
Take a picture.
Yeah, I remember those. You used to have to manually crank it. And to the next picture, we would put these flash cubes on top. They would spin. You remember that? And then you get a set of negatives from the photo mat. There was just all this stuff that went on with the operations of the camera. I don't know if you remember those. But.
Well, luckily they don't like light. So I guess that flashlight that Rory Calhoun is handling is keeping them at bay until these guys can get the hell out of there.
That's right.
But yeah, those little cubes you used to put on top of the camera and they would spin.
Yeah, and
then you get four flashes off of each cube.
That's right. You get a set
of
the negatives.
Fall off. You remember that?
Yeah, they would fall off, but then you get the whole set of the negatives, from the photo mat. Remember photo mats? Photo mats used to be a thing.
Back then. That's something we don't get today.
The kids don't know about negatives.
They haul Boogie out of that cavern, and the rabbits are nasty, and they come after them. Amazingly, our heroes get the picture, and here they come. How did those rabbits get so big? And a rabbit made another hole in the ground. And a few in Judd there. Okay, I shed a little bit of blood there, but it's not so bad.
Just a little bit. It's not too gory.
But try to explain that going into the ER. Yes, I was attacked by a killer bunny. And it wasn't the Monty Python one. 40 minutes and 10 seconds. The two stuntmen for Stuart Whitman and Rory Calhoun make it out of the mine, make it out of the cave, and Judd blows it up because he's got a score to settle with those rabbits. One of those rabbits just gnawed on him.
That's not fun being gnawed on by a bunny. It's even worse than having a moth in your orifice,
Uh-oh, 42 minutes, we find out that not all of the giant killer rabbits are dead. 45 minutes, they go out on the loose. Poor Rory Calhoun keeps losing his horses to these pets. These pests.
These pests. They're not pets. They're pests. Definitely
These are not pets.
They are not. They would not be amenable to.
You would want to have a giant killer, full frothing at the mouth, giant killer bunny in your backyard.
No sirree, Bob. You don't want anything like that.
Oh, sirree, Bob.
No sirree, Bob. No.
Is that a northern saying?
I feel like it probably everywhere.
That's something we might hear down in Georgia. No sirree, Bob.
You got to emphasize Bob. No sirree, Bob.
Bob.
There you go. Yeah.
You gotta say it, Bob.
Or blob. It could be like training film.
We did that a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, we could do that.
Let it go.
All right, let's let it go. I'm shaking it off, like Taylor Swift says. You like that Taylor Swift? She's so cool. She's so pretty. The Taylor Swift, the kids all love her. She's this kid, I don't know. Anyways, I know some popular culture. I just wanted to.
Okay.
I don't know if the kids want to talk about.
Taylor Swift have a killer bunny?
No, but I just like Taylor Swift, and she said shake it off, so we're going to shake off the orifices.
Shake it off. Okay.
We shake it off. Shake off the moth powder.
Thing and you went somewhere else. Okay, I got it. So Judd now, having been gnawed on, again, he is determined to get himself eaten completely.
What would you call
these vicious furry critters?
I got a joke. General. What would you call the bunny that gnawed on him?
I don't know.
Naughty.
Ah.
I had to. I'm a card carrying member of the Pun Society. I had to. I was legally obligated as a card carrying member of the Pun Society to make the pun. I was legally. Yes, I was. Yes, I was.
But again, all those pun fans out there that like to be punished, they're kicking their heels up in the air in glee.
They're going to say it was awesome. It was totally awesome.
Thank you, Major Hazzard.
It was gnarly and it was awesome.
Gnarly. He's been gnarly gnawed on.
Gnarly gnawed on. It was a gnarly gnawing.
So again, he's a midnight snack for the critters now. Now here at 4940, Rory Calhoun has gotten them down in the cellar to protect his family from these killer bunnies. And they're coming up to the door and they're banging on the door and he's shooting through the door.
And he's hitting a lot of them, General.
And he's hitting a lot of them.
Yeah, he's getting
the kitchen.
That's right.
So you're saying that instead of worrying about the integrity of the walls and the doors that are keeping you safe, you should just keep blasting away at them critters?
Well, did you see the rabbit chewing through the ceiling? There's a rabbit chewing through the ceiling.
Okay, all right. I'll give you that. The rabbit was chewing a little bit of the ceiling.
A lot of the ceiling.
Okay. At 52:15 at the general store around the corner. Now that lady is scary. Yeah, there he is shooting one of the rabbits through the ceiling. That lady is scary. Look at that face. Oh my God, a face a mother could love.
Well, she's been through a lot, General. She's been through the night of the Lepus.
She hasn't even seen one killer bunny yet. What are you talking about?
She's about to be through a lot. She's anticipating.
About to jump at the window. She's anticipating. But she looks like she wore one of those face that, alter your face on Twilight Zone. You put the mask on and then 12 hours later you pull it off and it looks like the mask.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Anyway.
Of course.
Her face didn't even scare away those killer bunnies. 54:30. More bunnies, more mayhem. Going right through the window at her. 57 minutes. Stuart Whitman and Bones McCoy finally team up with the local sheriff. About time. Okay.
It's about time.
Maybe one more slide. Nope. Maybe two more. There it is. They team up with the local sheriff. That's about time. Law enforcement can help kill giant hares. They can.
Well,
58 minutes. Rory Calhoun throws away his gun. I don't know why he did that. Oh, that's right. Because he wanted somebody to pick him up on the road, and we're going to pick him up if he had a gun in his hand. That's what it was. And Janet Leigh and the little bunny switcher get stuck in the middle of the killer rabbit territory. Gah. Didn't see that one coming. 1 hour and 2 minutes and 20 seconds. The sheriff knows what to do. He calls the National Guard.
I always say, if there's a giant monster, one of these big monsters, you got to call the army. But if you got to kill a bunny problem, call the National Guard.
You know, that actually makes sense.
Yeah.
I gotta hand it to you. That actually makes sense.
Well, thank you. I'm very smart.
In your own strange way, that made sense. Yes. 103:30. Stuart Whitman makes the sheriff sit in the back seat of the squad car. Why, the uncultured swine. Nice copter, though. That adds value to the training film.
Absolutely beautiful.
All right. 107. The giant rabbits are on the rage. It's nighttime, and they're out, and they're running around. 110:30. Stuart Whitman has the bright idea to electrocute the bunnies on a railroad track. What? And at 111, they get help from the local teens who are at the local drive-in theater. This is getting crazier by the minute. Why don't they just get flamethrowers? Have a rabbit barbecue. Even the National Guard can handle that. See, there's one of the bunnies going up in flames, and that was just from a road flare. So they need to get more flamethrowers. That's what they need. Some more machine guns. Hell, even Janet Leigh's able to fend off these suckers with road flares.
She's a very strong female character. Don't you feel like she's a very strong character? I mean, it's amazing how she's able to just hold off all these bunnies with just the road flares.
Well, she stayed away from the showers in this one.
There you go.
So that's good. So yes, I mean the bunnies would have gotten into that camper there pretty easy, I think. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was pretty cool that she was able to fend them all off until help could come with those road flares. She is a tough lady, no doubt. At 120, the plan with the railroad tracks and the electrocution and the machine gun fire is explained to the drive-in teen crew, and everyone stays. It makes sense to everyone in this film.
It just makes sense.
122:30. The power is turned on. The tracks electrified. The machines go into action. The machine guns, I think, was what I meant to say. 124. Oh, they did bring flamethrowers. Whoopsie. Well, good. I think that's the next one. Nope, that's electrified track. That's machine guns. More electrified track. There it is. Flamethrower. 125. Miraculously, the plan goes off without a hitch, despite those Transformers getting a heavy-duty workout.
Have you ever had a plan done like that before?
Not like this one.
Okay.
Again, I would have used more machine guns, more flamethrowers, and not had to rely on the electricity not going out. Because in these training films, the electricity goes out right when you don't want it to. Happens all the time. And I really expected that to happen here the first time I watched this. I really did. But it goes off without a hitch. They show the Transformers sputting and sparking, which, leads me to believe that they're going to go out and not all the bunnies are going to get. But then again, they've got machine guns and flamethrowers. So when you're up against giant rabbits, killer rabbits, machine guns and flamethrowers are pretty good. Heck, you could even napalm them. So 127, Rory Calhoun invites everybody back out to his ranch, his new farm. Yeah, there's the Transformers going haywire. I thought for sure that train track was gonna die. The juice was gonna cut out, but no. So there's his new ranch. This is a couple months later, after the fact. He's starting to grow new crops. And stuff. And the last thing we see,
this? What's this? What is this that we're looking at in the end? That doesn't seem like it should be happening.
A normal size killer bunny. Actually, we don't know that's a killer bunny.
I think
it's
it
just
might
a normal
be
size bunny.
Yeah, but it's a little ominous, and I think that it's a little ominous
that looks ominous to you.
Now you got to wonder. Well, after the training film we just saw, of course, they're not furry little cute little pets anymore. They're pests. It's a little.
It's like that whole Jaws thing. You see Jaws, you don't want to get in the water again. Is that what it is? I will never hold a bunny again.
Me neither. I will never hold a bunny again. Okay, let's go through some of the comments. We got comments
I was
here.
Commenting as you.
I know you were. I know you. But we got bigger
rhetorical?
fish. We got bigger fish to fry. We got cadets asking questions. So
we got questions.
Let's find out. Let's find out what they're asking. Okay.
I just can't believe that idiotic plan worked. I'm serious. I mean, in the words of immortal Yosemite Sam, rabbits is so stupid. They went right for it. Fished right in to that electronic train track. Barbecue bunnies, yes. Has anybody ever had bunny rabbit? It's quite good, actually. Amazing lady girl power. Yes, she's a very strong character. My hat looks crooked. Now it's crooked. I always go the opposite way. Don't have any machine guns. Don't have any machine guns. This is America, damn it. You don't have a machine gun for rabbit hunting? The killer bunnies. They look so innocent, don't they? But don't let them fool you. Let me get a finger in there that actually can get on camera. Don't let them fool you. All right? They're deadly. Beautiful to look at those bunnies. Again, they're going to fish you right in. Okay, we got Facebook here. I believe this is the movie I caught the last quarter of when I was about 10 on TV. I need to get a copy. Yeah, it's called Night of the Lepus. Lepus. Night of the Lepus. Lepus is like the Latin word for rabbit. So they're trying to be, cute. The producers, not the rabbits. The rabbits are not cute in this. The first time I drove, my mummy took me, and a bunny ran right out in front of me, and I ran him over. I felt so bad. But it could have been a killer rabbit. So don't let that hurt you. Don't let that boil up inside you and fester. Okay, some of them are killer rabbits. Watch Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Another killer rabbit. Bad killer rabbit. Yeah. Did you say electrocute? Yes, I did. They electrocuted the rabbits on a railroad track. That's how most of them died. Yep. True enough. Did you say Colorado? I love Colorado. Well, I just did. Thanks to you. This is General Howitzer for Colorado. Okay. And I wanted to tell you that next week we have another great kaiju movie coming up, a classic kaiju movie, Rodan. I have found the link to the original Japanese version, which is actually better than the English version, which kind of screws things up. We did that back in the 50s and 60s. We would get those Japanese kaiju movies and then we would just make up our own story. But the original stories, the Japanese stories, are much better usually. Do you think squirrels are like bunnies? I think squirrels are more dangerous than bunnies. So I'm surprised they haven't made a killer squirrel movie yet. I really am surprised about that. One time when I was little, my mummy left the kitchen door open and a squirrel shot inside the house. You ever seen National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation? Squirrel! And they're all freaking out. Yeah, they can be scary, gnarly. Of course. Next question. Next comment. Julie, you're on fire today. You've got a flamethrower. You might not have a machine gun, but you got a flamethrower, baby, because you're on fire. Each bunny has big teeth. Nasty, big, pointy teeth. Yes. I thought rabbits like carrots. Yeah. Well, the general variety, of course, they like carrots, but the ones that like become giant and killer, yeah, they have a taste for blood. Traumatized, yes. That little girl was traumatized, and well, she should be. She caused this mess. It's only fair that she should pay for it. By the way, everybody, we do have these hats available. If you want one, it's $25. Just contact Rory Penland or Renee Yaworsky and let them know what you want. We have the green ones, we have the tan ones, and we have the black ones. And we can give you gold stars, silver stars, or black stars on the hat. You choose, and we'll get that out to you. Okay? It might take a couple of weeks. But $25, and you can have your very own General Howitzer hat to watch the show with. We're working on T-shirts. I'll try to get T-shirts for you in the very near future. Maybe coffee mugs too, and some stickers, of course. Everybody likes to give out stickers, so we're gonna do that next week. Again, Rodan is gonna be our training film,
and I'm gonna prepare a special song that's a cover by Michael Nesmith, and I'm gonna prepare a song, and I'm gonna perform a little song for you all about Rodan.
You're going to perform a song?
Yes, General. I actually have been learning. I've been taking some guitar lessons. And I think I'm a big fan of Michael Nesmith. With
Major
the monkeys.
Hazzard, you never cease to amaze me.
I have a million of them, General. I'm always busy. I'm always doing
a million
stuff.
things you can do.
I got a million things. I'm an octopus, you know.
You're an octopus.
I'm a bit of an octopus. Are we
going to be doing a show about you in the future?
Julie wants to know, do you know Purple Terror?
Octopi shows.
Purple Terror, I do know the Purple Terror. The Purple Terror is actually quite scary to me.
What is the Purple Terror a kaiju?
He's actually a wrestler. He's from Mexico, and he's a very tough guy. He's a tough guy. He's famous. I'm sure you've heard of him.
No, I haven't. Mexican wrestler. Okay.
He's a Mexican wrestler. He dresses all in purple, and he's a terror. So he's the Purple Terror. And
what's he known for?
That's what I'm trying to remember. It's something very. I'm trying to remember.
I mean, like Dusty Rhodes, you know.
Dusty Rhodes had the
bionic elbow, you know.
That's right. I'm trying to remember. It's right on the tip of my tongue, General, but I can't remember.
I'll look him up.
Why don't you look him up, or why don't you just take a guess? You could take a guess.
I'm going to go on my mobile phone. I'm going to look him up right now.
Okay, look him up and then tell us what you know.
You're going to get your guitar and play a song, really?
I'm going to actually play a song. Yes, that's correct. That's correct. Don't seem so surprised, General. I got a million of them. I got a lot of talent.
The hamstring hammer and his amazing butt bite.
Butt bite. That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, he'll bite your buns.
That's the guy you're talking about?
He bites your buns. It's like a killer bunny. It's like Night of the Lepus.
I don't think I'd be a fan of this guy.
It's very scary. Oh, but he's lovable, you know. He's one of those villains. He's a heel, you know, like Roddy Piper used to be a heel, but he's a lovable heel.
Okay, if you say so.
Yeah, he's absolutely wonderful. And then Julie wants to know, do you know Doug by chance? I heard he likes to surf. I don't know who that is. I don't know.
She might be talking about Doug the dog from the movie Up.
Doug the dog.
Like, he can talk. He's like, I love you, and I'm hiding under your squirrel. It's a squirrel thing again.
Surfing USA, she said. Surfing USA. That's a Beach Boys song. I love that song. Okay, well, are we prepared for next week? We're going to be doing Rodin. I want to say thank you to all the cadets for being here. If anyone's interested in purchasing the hat, we got to go because we got no icing. We got no icing coming up. You know, I'm going to be there. I think Rory Penland.
But you're going to sing a song, right?
Well, I can't sing it right now. I didn't prepare. I mean, next week when we do Rodin, I'm going to do it in honor of Rodin. It's a song about Rodin.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to do it now. You made me seem. I thought you would do it now. So okay.
Has anybody heard? I mean, I could probably figure it out. You know, if it's that important to you, I could probably figure it out. Fred Bowman says squirrel, but it's a famous song called Joanne by Michael Nesmith. But then Michael Nesmith covered it himself, and he changed it to her name was Rodin, and she lived in an island off Japan.
Oh, okay. Now I'm starting to follow you.
Yeah, and then he put it in Elephant Pots. Have you seen Elephant Pots?
No.
Elephant Pots was like the precursor to, MTV and sketch comedy. It was like, a really influential with sketch comedy. It wasn't just SNL or Second City. It was also Michael Nesmith had Elephant Pots. Can you say Elephant Pots?
Elephant Pod.
There you go. It sounds perfect. Impeccable. There you go.
I used to do that for little kids,
I do it for myself.
I usually scare little kids, so I got to do stuff that draws them back in.
Before you scare them again, before you tell them about.
It's kind of a love-hate thing,
It's a I could tell the way you were calling this little girl the little brat. I could tell.
Well, what she pulled in this movie, which killed several people, I think I'm justified. Okay,
well, I want to invite everyone to come stick around here for some, no icing. Let's go see what's going on. Let's see what Drita's got cooking up over there.
Enjoy no icing with Drita or Sandy or whoever's hosting.
Drita. Yes.
All right. I hope
she talks
Drita.
She talks cute. A little. Yeah.
She's funny.
She's very cute. She's very sexy. She's very cultured. She's very elegant. You got to tune in. It's amazing.
It's a good show.
A very good show, yes. Okay, General, I got to salute you. We got to go.
Yes, we do. Have a good one, everybody, and keep an eye out for those big monsters, won't you?
Keep an eye out for the killer bunnies. If it's fluffy, don't touch it. Don't electrocute it either, though. You got to verify with the army, that it's actually verifiable.
I got to find a killer cat movie. I do. If it's fluffy, don't touch it. I gotta
If
find a
it's
killer cat movie.
If it's fluffy, don't touch it. Just call the army.
Isn't there a Stephen King movie? It's like Killer Cats. I gotta look for that.
I know there's Cujo.
Yeah.
Something a little different.
Yeah, that
Cujo's
didn't
a little
do
different.
the St. Bernard business any good, did it? No.
Julie says throw it a carrot. If you see a bunny, throw it a carrot. Don't electrocute it. We don't need any electrocuted bunnies. No bunny barbecue. You know,
I'm okay
Sandy.
with bunny barbecue.
You know, Sandy.
Again, I'm all about the flamethrowers and the machine guns.
You know, Sandy D
I told
has
you
some pet bunnies. Sandy D has pet bunnies. We got to make sure they're not killer bunnies.
Does she now?
Yes, she does. We'll have to
Be
figure this
careful.
one out. We'll have to figure this out.
No hormones.
Okay, goodbye, everybody.
All right.
Bye.
Have a good one, everybody.
Make sure you have some coffee talk with your loved ones in New York from Yonkers.